I'm with our next guest. He puts the green in Green Thumb. It's Carson Arthur, our partner, celebrity, and landscaping expert. Thank you so much for coming.
I'm so happy to be here. Are you kidding me? I'm here right in time for spring.
We love having you here, and we learn something every time you come in. Now, last time you quizzed me. Today you're just going to give up the straight-up knowledge.
Yeah, I learned how much you don't know about gardening, so we're not going to do that again. I've
Exactly.
learned my lesson.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're talking about environmentally friendly. We got to get better in our outdoor spaces as homeowners. So let's start.
Okay, well, this is fantastic. These tools are electric?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. We now know that battery-operated tools have really come on board in the marketplace.
Yeah.
And the key about these is not only are they clean energy, they're also recyclable. So when you head out to Kent's this summer to pick up your tools to do all your outdoor jobs, start looking at battery platforms, not just the tools themselves, because these batteries are interchangeable. So Craftsman's on a whole line where you've got outdoor string trimmers, pruners, leaf blowers, but they all operate on the same tool, the same battery platform.
Okay, so this is clean and green, and it's this little battery here, which is actually not even that heavy. It'll run that leaf blower?
And the pruner and the trimmer and your lawnmower now too. It's absolutely fantastic. And because you're starting to see this, you're seeing more and more events happening around these battery platforms. So for example, Craftsman Days, great opportunity to pick up the tools that you're looking for.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, makes it simple.
And everybody trusts the Craftsman, and they're red,
And
which
they're
is
red.
glorious.
There
okay.
we go.
All right, time for the education segment
Okay,
now.
let's get
We're
into
talking
it.
about soil.
Okay, so we now know that fertilizers have, really taken the marketplace by storm. Everybody really wants their plants to be healthier. And when we're talking about vegetables, organic fertilizers just make sense because your plant absorbs from the soil that it's in. But we now know that organic fertilizers are even more important for the environment. So for example, plants through photosynthesis take carbon and they store the carbon in the ground through their roots. When you use chemical fertilizers, you release that carbon back into the atmosphere. So 1 pound of chemical fertilizer releases 4 to 5 pounds of CO2 back into the air. So when you're feeding your lawn this year, look for organic options. When you're feeding your flowers, always go organic first. Much better for the environment and easier to use.
And this is a legit question. I'm not trying to pull one over on you. To find out if they're organic, you just look for the word organic?
Yeah, absolutely. Organic labeling has come a long way in Canada. You're seeing a lot more companies like Omri who are measuring organic levels. We're seeing a lot more products being made from manure, like chicken manure, cattle, sheep manure. So these products are so much better for the environment. The plants still love them, so you won't notice a difference going from organic or coming from chemical and going to organic.
Okay, or talk to your garden center person, like if you're in Ontario, your garden center.
Like my garden center, absolutely.
And ask what's organic and help me out here. Okay,
Absolutely.
perfect. Let's talk about the birds. I love birds, and I love watching them, but there's a way we can feed them well, I understand.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people have stepped away from feeding birds. People talk a lot about raccoons and porcupines and rats and all the rodents, and we were talking about that earlier. But feeding the birds has never been as important as it is today. Our local migratory birds, the birds that come to this area to have babies and have nests, they're in decline because we're losing our trees. So feeding the birds has shown that not only do you have more eggs in the nest, there's more active babies that survive and they'll come back year after year. And when we're talking about the environment and controlling these insects and the pests, birds are the front line of defense for us. So we need to keep our birding populations up in this area.
Carson, you're telling me stuff I've never heard before. So is there any trick to getting the right bird feeder?
Finding the right bird feeder is key, but the feed itself is so important.
Yeah.
We're starting to see more and more feeds designed to keep away rodents. So you're seeing options like squirrel free, and it's not about cayenne pepper, it's about seed selection. So if you're dealing with rodents, if you've got rat problems, obviously location is important, but also find feeders that deter them and the feed that doesn't encourage them to come visit your yard.
And again, speaking with an expert like at the garden center can help you answer those questions.
Yeah, you find the right person and they tell you what you need to do. Absolutely.
Well, Carson, this has been a great time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for visiting the region again.
My pleasure. I'm always happy to be here.
All right, so Carson Arthur is our partner representing these wonderful products you see here today. But speak with an expert and make sure you feed the birds, feed the soil, and save the planet with the choices you make for your tools. We're going to take a break and be back with more CTV Morning Live right after this.